Welcome to a journey into the heart of fear, where the shadows that lurk in the corners of your mind are about to be exposed to the light. Imagine a life where fear doesn't paralyze you, propels you forward, where every challenge is a stepping stone to greatness, and every doubt is a spark for transformation. In Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, Susan Jeffers takes us on a thrilling ride through the landscape of our deepest anxieties, showing us not only how to confront them, but how to turn them into our greatest allies. Susan Jeffers, Ph.D., wasn't just an author. She was a revolutionary thinker who dared to tackle the one thing that holds most of us back: fear. With a background in psychology and a deep understanding of human behavior, Susan dedicated her life to helping millions break free from the chains of fear and live more fulfilling lives. Her work is a beacon of hope, a guiding light for those lost in the darkness of self-doubt. Through her powerful books, dynamic lectures, and inspiring workshops, Susan Jeffers became one of the most influential voices in personal development. Her legacy continues to inspire and empower people worldwide to face their fears head-on and embrace the limitless possibilities that life has to offer. The book has been divided into 12 sections. The summary of each will be narrated one by one.
Section 1. What are you afraid of, and why?
Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a vast dark forest, the trees looming tall and menacing, their branches clawing at the sky. The path ahead is shrouded in mist, and every fiber of your being screams for you to turn back, to retreat to the safety of the familiar. But what is it that you're truly afraid of? Is it the darkness, the unknown, the possibility of danger lurking in the shadows? Or is it something deeper, something more primal? Fear is not just an emotion, it's a force, a living entity that feeds on our insecurities, our doubts, our past experiences. It whispers in our ears, planting seeds of terror in our minds, making us believe that we are powerless, that we cannot face what lies ahead. But here's the twist. What if the fear is not there to harm us, but to challenge us, to push us beyond our limits, to make us confront the very things we're most afraid of? What if fear is the guardian at the gate, testing our resolve, asking us, how badly do you want it? It's not the forest that's terrifying. It's the idea of venturing into the unknown. But that's where all the magic happens. That's where we discover who we truly are. The question is, will you let fear control you, or will you harness it? Use it as fuel to propel you forward into the unknown.
Section 2. Can't you make it go away?
Imagine being trapped in a maze, the walls closing in on you, the path twisting and turning, leading you deeper into confusion and despair. You've tried everything to escape, climbing the walls, retracing your steps, even smashing through the barriers with all your might. But no matter what you do, you're still stuck. The fear, the anxiety, the overwhelming sense of dread, it won't go away. It clings to you like a second skin, constant companion on this twisted journey. You scream into the silence, "Why won't it just leave me alone?" But here's the harsh reality. Fear is not something you can simply wish away. It's not a door you can close or a switch you can turn off. It's a part of you, as much as your beating heart or your breath. But what if the goal isn't to banish it? What if, instead of fighting it, you learn to live with it, understand it, and make it your ally? Fear will always be there, lurking in the shadows, but it doesn't have to control you. You can choose how to respond to it. You can decide to walk through the maze with your head held high, knowing that fear is just a signpost, a reminder that you're stepping outside your comfort zone. And in that discomfort, in that fear, is where true growth happens. Fear may never go away, but you have the power to decide how much influence it has over your life.
Section 3. From pain to power?
Close your eyes and recall the most intense pain you've ever experienced. It could be physical, a searing injury, an illness that left you bedridden, or emotional, like the loss of a loved one, a betrayal, or a devastating failure. Now let that pain wash over you. Feel it in every fiber of your being. It's overwhelming, isn't it? It's all-consuming, force that threatens to break you, crush your spirit. But now, imagine that pain transforming, shifting, evolving into something else, into power. How is that possible, you ask? How can something so destructive, so crippling, become a source of strength? The answer lies in perspective. Pain, by its very nature, demands your attention. It forces you to confront your deepest fears, your greatest vulnerabilities. It strips away the facade, leaving you raw, exposed, and utterly human. But in that exposure, in that vulnerability, lies the potential for incredible growth. When you stop resisting the pain, when you embrace it, you start to see it for what it really is, a catalyst for transformation. Pain can break you, yes, but it can also build you up, make you stronger, more resilient. It's in the crucible of pain that we discover our true selves, our hidden strengths, our untapped potential. And once you've been through that fire, once you've turned your pain into power, nothing can ever hold you back again. You become unstoppable, a force of nature, capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Pain doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your greatest ally, if you let it.
Section 4. Whether you want it or not, it's yours.
Picture this. You wake up one morning and there's a package on your doorstep. It's wrapped in plain brown paper, no name, no return address, just a simple tag that says, "For you." Curiosity piqued. You bring it inside, tear off the wrapping, and open the box. Inside you find your life. Yes, your life, in all its messy, chaotic, beautiful glory. The joys, the sorrows, the successes, the failures, it's all there, laid out before you. And with it comes a note that reads, "This is yours, whether you want it or not." The weight of that statement sinks in. Your life, your choices, your path, all yours to own, to navigate, to live. There's no escaping it, no passing the buck, no blaming others. It's all on you. But here's the kicker. This isn't a burden. It's a gift. Because with ownership comes power. When you stop seeing your life as something that's happening to you and start seeing it as something you're actively creating, everything changes. You're no longer a victim of circumstance, tossed around by the whims of fate. You're the author of your story, architect of your destiny. And with that power comes the freedom to shape your life in any way you choose. It may be daunting, may be overwhelming, but it's also the most liberating thing in the world. Your life is yours, for better or worse, and that means you have the power to make it extraordinary.
Section 5. Polarity. You can't have one without the other.
Imagine a world where the sun always shines, the skies are always blue, and there's never a cloud in sight. Sounds idyllic, doesn't it? But here's the catch. Without the rain, without the storms, without the darkness, would you truly appreciate the light? Would you even know what light is? This is the concept of polarity, the idea that you can't have one without the other. Joy and sorrow, success and failure, courage and fear, they are two sides of the same coin, forever intertwined. We spend so much of our lives chasing happiness, trying to avoid pain. What if the very things we're running from are the key to a deeper, richer experience? What if by embracing the full spectrum of life, we find true fulfillment? Consider this. Without the heartbreaks, would the moments of love and connection be as sweet? Without the failures, would the victories feel as satisfying? The darkness gives meaning to the light. The struggles make the triumphs worthwhile. So stop running from the shadows. Embrace them. Understand that they are an essential part of life, just as important as the moments of joy and success. It's the contrast, the polarity, that makes life vibrant, that gives it depth and meaning. You can't have one without the other. And that's the beauty of it.
Section 6. When they don't want you to grow.
Imagine you're climbing a mountain, the peak shrouded in clouds, falling to you with the promise of something greater. You're determined, every step bringing you closer to the summit. But as you climb, you start to feel a resistance, a force pulling you back, trying to hold you down. You look around and see them. People who don't want you to grow. They could be friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers. They tell you it's too dangerous, too risky, that you're better off staying where you are. They remind you of your past failures, your shortcomings, your fears. But why? Why do they fear your growth? It's because your growth challenges their comfort. When you rise, when you break free from the limitations that others have placed on you, you shine a light on the possibilities they're too afraid to pursue. Your growth forces them to confront their own fears, their own stagnation, and that's uncomfortable. So they try to pull you back, keep you where they are, because it's safer for them. But here's the truth. They can't stop you. They may try to hold you back with their doubts, their fears, their negativity, but the power to grow is within you. It's your journey, your mountain to climb, and no one else's opinion can change that. So keep climbing, keep striving, and don't let they hold you back. The summit is within your reach, and it's time to leave the naysayers behind.
Section 7. How to make a no-lose decision.
You're at a crossroads, the paths before you stretching out into the unknown, each one fraught with uncertainty. You weigh the options, analyze the risks, and try to predict the outcome. But no matter how much you deliberate, the fear of making the wrong choice paralyzes you. What if you choose the wrong path? What if you fail? What if you lose everything? But here's a secret that will set you free. There's no such thing as a no-win situation. Every decision, no matter how daunting, holds the potential for growth, for learning, for success. The key is to shift your perspective, to redefine what it means to win. Instead of focusing on the potential losses, focus on the potential gains. What you can learn, how you can grow, what new opportunities might arise. When you approach decisions with this mindset, you realize that no matter which path you choose, you can't lose. Every choice is an opportunity, every outcome a lesson. The fear of making a mistake loses its power when you understand that there are no mistakes, only experiences that shape you, that help you become the person you're meant to be. So make your choice. Take that step forward with confidence, and know that, in the grand scheme of life, you've already won.
Section 8. How whole is your whole life?
Imagine your life as a giant jigsaw puzzle, each piece representing a different aspect of your existence. Your career, relationships, health, personal growth, and so on. You've spent years carefully putting the pieces together, trying to create a picture that makes sense, feels complete. But as you step back to admire your work, you notice something unsettling. There are gaps, missing pieces that leave the puzzle incomplete. Perhaps you've focused so much on your career that you've neglected your health or your relationships. Maybe you've poured all your energy into personal growth, but left little time for joy and relaxation. This is the reality for so many of us. We create lives that are full, but not whole. We chase success, achievement, and progress, but in the process, we lose sight of the bigger picture. We forget that true fulfillment comes from balance, from giving attention to every aspect of our lives. It's time to take a step back, to reassess the puzzle that is your life, and to start filling in the gaps. Where are you neglecting yourself? What pieces are missing? How can you create a life that is not just successful, but truly whole? The journey to wholeness is not about perfection. It's about balance, about honoring every part of who you are and what you need to thrive. Only then will you see the full picture, the masterpiece that is your life.
Section 9. Just nod your head. Say yes.
Imagine the universe is a grand ballroom, and you're standing at the edge of the dance floor, watching as doors of opportunity swing open around you, one after another. Each door is an invitation, a chance to learn, to grow, to experience something new and extraordinary. But instead of stepping through, you hesitate, doubt, and question. What if I'm not ready? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? You stand frozen, paralyzed by the fear of the unknown, while the music plays on, the dance of life happening all around you. Here's the truth. Life isn't waiting for you to be ready. It's not going to stop the music until you feel confident enough to join in. The doors of opportunity are open now, and the only way to move forward is to say yes. Yes to the uncertainty, yes to the challenges, yes to the possibilities that lie on the other side. Nod your head and step onto the dance floor. It's in saying yes that you find the courage to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. The beauty of life is in its unpredictability, in the surprises and adventures that come when you're willing to take a chance. So stop hesitating, stop doubting. Just nod your head and say yes to life. Say yes to the opportunities, the risks, the unknowns, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible.
Section 10. Choosing love and trust.
Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice, looking out at two paths before you. One path is familiar, well-trodden, and safe. It's the path of fear, where you protect yourself, keep your guard up, and avoid getting hurt. The other path is less certain, winding through uncharted territory, filled with risks and unknowns. This is the path of love and trust. To walk this path requires you to open your heart, to be vulnerable, to take a leap of faith. It's terrifying, isn't it? The idea of letting go of control, of trusting that things will work out, choosing love over fear. But here's the truth. The path of fear may feel safe, but it's also limiting. It keeps you in a cage, preventing you from experiencing the fullness of life, depth of connection, the richness of love. The path of love and trust, though uncertain, offers the possibility of a life that is vibrant, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. It's a life where you connect with others on a profound level, where you experience joy and sorrow in equal measure, where you grow and evolve into the person you were meant to be. The choice is yours. Will you stay on the safe path of fear, or will you take the leap and choose love and trust? Will you protect yourself, or will you open yourself to the beauty and pain of a life fully lived? The answer lies in your heart, and only you can decide. But remember this, the greatest rewards come to those who are willing to take the greatest risks. Choose love, choose trust, and watch as your life blossoms in ways you never thought possible.
Section 11. Filling the inner void.
There's a void deep inside each of us, a hollow space that echoes with the emptiness of unfulfilled dreams, unmet needs, unexpressed emotions. It's a void that we try to fill with all sorts of things. Success, relationships, material possessions, distractions. We chase after achievements, hoping they'll bring us the satisfaction we crave. We seek out love and validation from others, thinking it will complete us. We fill our days with busyness, trying to drown out the gnawing sense of emptiness. But no matter what we do, the void remains. Constant reminder that something is missing. What is this void? It's the space where self-love, self-acceptance, and true connection should be. It's the part of you that yearns to be whole, be seen, to be valued, not by others, but by yourself. The truth is, the void can't be filled from the outside. No achievement, no relationship, no distraction can fill it. The only way to fill the inner void is by turning inward, by reconnecting with yourself, by loving yourself as you are, flaws and all. It's about accepting that you are enough, just as you are, without needing to prove anything to anyone. When you start to fill the void from within, something miraculous happens. The emptiness begins to fade, replaced by a deep sense of peace, contentment, fulfillment. You stop looking outside for what's missing and start finding it within yourself. You realize that you are whole, complete, and worthy of love, just as you are. The journey to filling the inner void is not an easy one, but it's the most important journey you'll ever take. It's a journey to self-discovery, to self-love, to true happiness. And it starts with the simple yet profound act of turning inward and embracing who you are.
Section 12. There is plenty of time.
Imagine you're standing in the middle of a bustling city square, 1,000 clocks ticking in unison all around you. The hands move relentlessly, the seconds slipping away like grains of sand in an hourglass. Everywhere you look, people are rushing, racing against time, driven by the fear that there's never enough of it. You feel the pressure mounting, the anxiety tightening its grip on you. I'm running out of time. But what if this frantic race against the clock is just an illusion? What if, instead of time slipping away, there's actually an abundance of it, waiting to be tapped into? Pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and let this idea sink in. There is plenty of time. It's not about cramming more into your day, nor is it about achieving everything in a rush. It's about understanding that time is not your enemy. It's your ally. The notion that you're constantly running out of time is a product of fear, of a scarcity mindset that convinces you that if you don't hurry, life will pass you by. But in reality, time is on your side, patiently waiting for you to recognize its true nature. Think about it. How often have you accomplished something significant in the most unexpected moments, when you weren't even trying to race against the clock? It's when you're fully present, when you trust the process, that time seems to stretch, to expand, allowing you to do more, be more, without the constant stress of the ticking clock. This is the secret. When you let go of the fear of running out of time, you start to experience time differently. You realize that you have all the time you need to live, to grow, to achieve your goals. Not about having more hours in the day. It's about making the most of the time you have, by living intentionally, by focusing on what truly matters, by embracing the moments as they come. So stop the frantic rush. Stop letting time dictate your life. Instead, start dictating how you spend your time. Slow down, breathe, and trust that there's plenty of time to do what you need to do. Become who you want to be, to live the life you dream of. The clocks may keep ticking, but you are in control of how you experience every precious second. Time is abundant, and it's yours to shape, to mold, to enjoy. Embrace it, and watch as your life unfolds in ways you never imagined.
Conclusion.
As we reach the end of this transformative journey, remember this. Fear is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's the force that pushes you to grow, to evolve, to become the best version of yourself. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway is more than just a book. It's a call to action, a challenge to step out of the shadows and into the light of your potential. So take what you've learned here and let it fuel your courage. The next time fear tries to hold you back, remember Susan Jeffers' empowering words and make the decision to move forward, no matter what. Because on the other side of fear lies the life you've always dreamed of, bold, fearless, and full of possibility. Now, go out there and do it anyway. Thank you for listening to the book summary of Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. If you enjoyed the summary, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.